तो बहुत बच्चे जब रिजेक्ट हो जाते हैं, वो उस रिजेक्शन को या तो बोर्ड पे डाल देते कि अच्छा मैं तो इलाहाबाद गया था, रिजेक्शन बोर्ड में गया था, और दे जस्ट पुट इट ऑन कि अच्छा ठीक है हमारा बैच ही उन लोगों को पसंद नहीं आया तो बैच वॉश आउट हो गया। आई थिंक आपने बोला था कि बहुत सारे बच्चे रिफ्लेक्शन नहीं करते हैं अपनी परफॉर्मेंस पे, अपने प्रिपरेशन पे। तो व्हाट डू यू थिंक समबडी हु गॉट रिजेक्टेड, बी इट screen out or conference out, how should they analyze their performance and how should they improve that in the
Yes.
future?
First, I like to tell you, किसी बोर्ड पे जाना या नहीं जाना कोई इफेक्ट नहीं है। एसएसबी का तो नाम ही सर्विस सिलेक्शन बोर्ड है। दे आर देयर टू सेलेक्ट यू। Defense forces are having deficiency of officers. Yeah, I think even data of approximately 12,000 came out, but I am very sure it may be more, and only Army headquarters can tell. Nobody knows about these figures, but certainly it is a huge figure. That is one. वो लोग सिलेक्शन करने के लिए बैठे हैं। Even if you perform 50%, I am very sure they will select you. But हम सिर्फ सेलेक्ट होने की सोचते रहते हैं, परफॉर्म करने की नहीं सोच रहे होते। और रिजेक्ट हो भी गए हो, इंट्रोस्पेक्ट योरसेल्फ, इंट्रोस्पेक्ट योरसेल्फ, बी ट्रू टू योरसेल्फ। आपने लेक्चर टॉपिक पे आप बोल पाए नहीं हो, रिपीट कर रहे हो, एंड इट इज टेस्ट ऑफ नॉलेज एंड पर्सनैलिटी। यू आर जस्ट स्पीकिंग इंग्लिश, इट इज नॉट टेस्ट ऑफ इंग्लिश एट ऑल। देखिए, बी ट्रू कि आपने ग्रुप डिस्कशन में क्या बोला। कई लोग कहते हैं मैं सर 4 बार बोला। 4 बार क्या बोला उनसे पूछते हैं। सर वंस आई सेड कि आई एग्री विथ चेस्ट नंबर 3 एंड ही इज वेरी करेक्ट। सेकंड टाइम, सर नेक्स्ट टाइम आई एग्री विथ चेस्ट नंबर 9 ऑल्सो। नो, what point you give? You have got all the rights to agree, and one should agree to the correct points, but then you have to add your views also. And when people start even using foul language, no, it is not officer like behavior. You have to, your manners, your etiquettes have to be like an officer. आप इंटरव्यू में सही जवाब नहीं देते हो, आप रियलाइज करते हो बहुत सारी चीजें आपको पता ही नहीं होती जो उसने पूछा है, and then you feel कि you should be selected. Why you should be selected? A person who do not know the number of states and their location in the country, why he or she should be part of a, why he or she should be an officer? No. If you do not know what is happening in the country, what is happening around the globe, I don't think one should be an officer. It is not much that you know every topic under the sun. That is not possible. But at least it is not every time 30 issues are going on. Every time there are 3 to 4 issues in the country. Then you see there are topics. It's the war between Hamas and Israel is going. Since last 2 years, Ukraine-Russia issue is going on. Then global warming is going on. Then see, if you know about the tunnel tragedy which took place in Silkyari, then it is connected to disaster management also. You might as well read those chapters also. Armed Forces Special Power Act has always been young. Even when I was appearing, it was very young, and it is still that young. Age is not increasing. It will remain a fresh topic always. Manipur issue problem had taken place. You should know about that.
So
You
just a
yeah.
second. So when we talk about the Armed Forces, Power Act, what should a person prepare? Like, so I can have opinions about it. Should I have opinions about it,
No,
or should
firstly, okay. Firstly, you should know what it is and what kind of protection it gives to the forces which are operating there. They should know what are the constraints, and best thing, they should first know where is that particular state, which are those districts where it is applicable. I know candidates, they could explain me what is happening in Gaza and Israel, and to my surprise, the kind of knowledge a candidate was having. But when I just asked in which part of the continent, Gaza and Israel, you'll be surprised. Answer was South America. See how it can be possible. यानी आपने रट लिया है, आपको पता नहीं है। मणिपुर में इतनी बड़ी प्रॉब्लम हो गई। मणिपुर के लिए जब मैं पूछता हूँ कहाँ पर है, किस किस से बाउंड्री लगती है, तो पीपल टॉक अबाउट वेस्ट बंगाल और अरुणाचल प्रदेश। See how it can be possible. You want to be an officer, You have to have knowledge of your country. I don't say like if you are a hockey player, you should know about taekwondo, but at least then you should know about hockey. You should know who's the hockey team captain. You should know at what position you are playing and who is the player who is playing at the same position in Indian team. You should know the latest changes in the rules.
So just to sort of summarize, whenever somebody is जिस जब भी वो कोई न्यूज़ का टॉपिक पढ़ रहा है, करंट अफेयर का टॉपिक पढ़ रहा है, पहले तो उनको उसका मैप पे लोकेशन पता होना चाहिए, वो कहाँ पे हो रहा है, एंड उसको उसके सराउंडिंग एरियाज पता होना चाहिए कि किस पे इफेक्ट हो रहा है उसका. सेकंड, दे शुड बी अवेयर हु ऑल पार्टीज आर इन्वॉल्व इन दैट, right?
Correct.
And third, they should be aware of the dates broadly, specific.
No, approximate at least they should know in which month it had taken place. If date they are not able to remember. And first and another thing, with all such international events or any odd thing happening, they should know what are its implication, repercussion, and effect on India. दो कंट्रीज लड़ रहे हैं, उनके लड़ाई का हिंदुस्तान पे क्या असर आ सकता है, हमारे ट्रेड पे क्या इफेक्ट आता है, हमारे एक्सपोर्ट इंपोर्ट पे क्या इफेक्ट आ सकता है, हमारे जीडीपी को किस तरह से इफेक्ट कर सकती है, हमारे इंटरनेशनल रिलेशंस को कैसे इफेक्ट कर सकती है.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay, so these are broadly like things that somebody should know about. As somebody who's preparing for SSB or even CDS, NDA, AFCAT, or in general, like as a student, you should be aware what is happening around the world,
Yes.
even if you're not preparing for such things.
And basic measurements, basic details, they might have learned when they were in school, but now they have forgotten. I have seen even BTech students, they do not know what is 1 inch. They do not know what is 1 yard. They do not know how many centimeters in 1 inch. Such a wonky answers I get, and I ask them, I tell them to note down first what you are telling, so that later on you check and you come to know. You, that's how very simple things are there, but then you might as well revise it. We cannot remember everything at every point of time, but some basic, like you are a math student, so anything connected to that you should be knowing it. If you are a physics student, then you should know about the Newton's law. Then you can't be maroing tukka. And then a lot of people, when they are approaching, SSB is approaching, first time they have started reading novels. They do not know, but they want to name somebody. And generally, I have seen people want to name people from the European countries. We have got enough of writers. You name a language, Hindi, English. See, we have got people like Ravindranath Tagore. Why we need to read poetry for somebody, some American writer or some English writer? हमारी जो पृष्ठभूमि है, चाहे हमारे नॉवल हैं, चाहे वो हमारी कविताएं हैं, हिंदी और इंग्लिश, चाहे रीजनल लैंग्वेज में हो, पढ़ के देखो. हमारी वीर रस की कविताएं पढ़ के देखो. यू सी, आई थिंक सुभद्रा कुमारी चौहान, शी रोट झांसी की रानी, चमक उठी सन 57 में तलवार पुरानी थी. आपको हिस्ट्री का भी रिवीजन हो जाता है हमारी कविताओं में, है. और जिनके अंदर जोश नहीं, उनमें जोश पैदा हो जाता है.
I think, but a lot of times, Kunal Sharma, one thing is that students just read novels which are more easy to read. And at times, what happens is
No,
that they
I'll stop you here. They do not read novels which are easy to read. They just want some Robert, some Michael to be named, ki which writer you read. They feel ashamed to tell any of the Indian names. कि पता नहीं उनको क्या लगता है, इंडियन नाम बोल दिया तो क्या हो जाएगा, और इंग्लिश नाम बोलने से कौन सा इम्प्रेस हो जाएगा. नो, इट इज़ नॉट दैट. हमारी पृष्ठभूमि ही नहीं मिलती फॉरेन के राइटर से कि उसको समझना कैसे आसान है. और जितना इतना अच्छा, आई विल कॉल इट इंडियनिज्म, हमारे इंग्लिश राइटर्स में होगा, हु आर इंडियंस, वो फॉरेन में हो ही नहीं सकता. Even the kind of vocabulary which use, the kind of slang sometimes which use, sometimes some of the idioms or phrases which use, they may not be using it. Or even if they are using, half of the time you see in the English movies, lot of people keep laughing because neighbor is laughing. They don't understand. Or you read our literature, we are very rich people. We are very rich in literature. पढ़ के देखिए.
suggest that people read the Indian authors in English, or should they read it in Hindi or whatever language they've been written in?
I always feel uh, both type of writers, and especially if you really want to see put josh into you, read Veer Ras ki kavitaएं. Like one of the writer, I am forgetting the name, Chetak was one of the poem when we were in 7th or 8th. रणवीर चौकड़ी भर भर कर चेतक बन गया निराला था, राणा की पुतली फिरी नहीं तब तक चेतक मुड़ जाता था. सी व्हाट अ जोश. चमक उठी वह सन 57 में, तलवार पुरानी थी, बुंदेले हर बोलों के मुंह से हमने सुनी कहानी थी, वो तो खूब लड़ी मर्दानी, वो तो झांसी वाली रानी थी. सी माखनलाल चतुर्वेदी. सी माखनलाल चतुर्वेदी, ही सेड पुष्प की अभिलाषा, फेंक देना वनमाली मुझे उस पथ पे जिस पे वीर जाएं अनेक, चाह नहीं सुरबाला के गहनों में गूथा जाऊं, चाह नहीं वरमाला में गूथा जाऊं, फेंक देना वनमाली मुझे उस पथ पे जिस पे वीर जाएं अनेक. Then you see Rabindranath Tagore, so inspiring poetry he has written, full of josh. Read, it will give you the Indian context also. हमारे novels बाहर के लोग पढ़ रहे हैं, हम नहीं पढ़ते हैं.